We all want to focus more and be less distracted. Here are 3 tools that can help you focus. Links to everything in the description below, and stick around until the end of the video when I give you some rapid fire ways to focus more often. All right, first up is the time timer. This is a fancy egg timer. I think single purpose physical objects are totally underrated. You can set this timer for up to 60 minutes, and visually it's just very appealing. You can watch it go from red to white, and it'll beep a few times when your focus session is over. I like to keep this right next to my computer monitor when I'm focusing, and I'll use it for meditation as well. It's a little expensive at $25, but it's totally worth having if you want a physical timer that's visually very appealing. If you don't want a physical object and you want a digital app, my recommendation is Sessions. It's a beautiful app on Mac and iOS. So I love the ritual part about it. You type in your intention, you set your time for your focus session, and once you press the start button, you breathe in and breathe out, and that's just kind of a nice way to get us started with a focus session. Sessions is a free app. There is a paid version, but it's only if you want to track metrics. And speaking of metrics, I think keeping a scorecard of your focus sessions is so important. It helps you stay motivated and show progress you've made. My recommendation is 2 90-minute sessions 5 times a week. I think that can get you a long way in terms of being productive. And I think there's actually a really strong correlation between sessions of focus and productivity. I think it's that simple. I think when it comes to tracking your sessions, I think you can keep it pretty dead simple. A simple notebook with tally marks or a simple spreadsheet works fine, but I really like time tracker apps. So my 2 favorite are Toggl and Timery, and these 2 apps basically go together. You can set up different timers for different projects, and you can basically press start button, stop button when you're done with your session, and it'll automatically save that session, and it'll auto-generate different reports on different projects you're working on. Now with my recommendations, I'm totally against you using your phone as a way to track your sessions. The reason is your phone is the biggest distraction. I like to say time with your phone is time on your phone. So try to keep your phone away from your environment when you are focusing on a single task. So keep your phone away, but if you do have an Apple Watch, I think it's a great tool to use to track your focus sessions, and you can just use the default timer app and you can set it to whatever time you want and it'll buzz on your wrist. It's simple, it's reliable, it works. Next up is noise canceling headphones. Noise canceling headphones really help block out that external noise and give you that silence you need to focus. You don't need a fancy pair like I have, but any sort of noise canceling headphones that can help you block out external noise without pumping music in will do the trick. I live in a very noisy Chicago apartment, and these things are just godsend. They work so well when I want to just really focus. So I like pairing my headphones with the accessibility function on a Mac where you can basically zoom in on the app, and this combo works really well. It helps me not be distracted by external noise, but also anything in my peripheral view. And one of my favorite authors, James Clear of the book Atomic Habits, mentions that he puts on noise canceling headphones when he writes.
One thing that I have to do is I have to put my headphones on and I have to play the same playlist every time in the same order.
Think about that. Think about using your headphones as a way to get into a ritual mindset. And one really cool tip, if you use the same playlist every single time you focus, is to use Siri shortcuts to set up an automation where anytime you start your Bluetooth headphones, it automatically starts playing that playlist. So all these tools can help you when you're in a focus session, but what if you want to start a focus session, and how do you focus more often? Here are 5 quick tips to focus more often. Number 1, think about external and internal distractions. So external, we've mentioned before, your phone is a big source of distraction, so keep that away. Internal is also very powerful. What is preventing you from starting? Is it fear? Is it intimidation? Are you bored of the task? Think about the emotional trigger. Number 2, use caffeine to focus. Simple enough. Number 3, rituals and routines. Use the same playlist, focus at the same time, use the same place. Number 4, change your environment. Go to the public library, go to a coffee shop, go to a different area of your home. People underestimate the power of their environment. Number 5, the 5-minute rule. Motivation comes after you start, not before. Just do it for 5 minutes and see what happens. Here's a video on how to implement the 5-minute rule every single day of your life.